Nines now 352-392-8255, and we've talked a little bit about your team today, and I know you want to talk to Kevin. I know you will talk to Kevin tomorrow when he's back in here on the Sports Side presented by Rally House. But Boston Rob, let it out for us. What are your thoughts on the Boston Celtics blowing a 3-1 lead? How you doing this Monday, Boston Rob?
AJ, Sheridan, and Michael Tuffy Tubbs. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, just getting to enjoy being on the air since Kevin didn't want to come take the heat.
What's going on with you, Boston Rob?
AJ,
I think
you did it so. Oh, sorry. I didn't know Tubby Tubbs wanted to say something. Go ahead, Tubby.
No, I was just going to say, I think AJ missed the part. He was saying your team mentioned the Celtics. I think he missed the part where you're a Magic fan.
That's right. You got it, baby. AJ,
Well, his team blew a 3-1 lead then, too.
Hey, listen, go easy. We're going to get into both teams now. But, AJ, I wanted to call you in the other day, but I had an engagement. But you did a heck of a job, you and Hannah, on the air. Great, an hour-long interview with her. I think it was you.
Yeah, it was. That was a good time. That was a good time in here with Hannah Getman.
Yeah. New York against Florida. That was very good. Anyways, we'll get into that another time. But I'll tell you what. I told Charlie the other day, I said, he said that the Celtics were going to win. I said the Celtics were going to win. And they just looked horrendous out there. I mean, it was a joke. And Joe Mazzulla, rather, his father's name is Dan. He's from my town in Rhode Island. He grew up there. We went to the same high school in different years. But regardless of that, I mean, the guy's a heck of a coach, but I'll tell you what, the Celtics looked out of sorts, and they need some work to do. And you know what was despicable, and I don't know if you guys saw this at the end of the game, was Jason Tatum didn't play. At the end of the game, he's dapping up Joel Embiid, and they're laughing with each other just like, I don't know what's going on. And then we go into all this gambling going on in sports, whether it's in college, whether it's in the NBA, and it makes you think sometimes.
Well, Jaylen Brown's already calling for the refs to be investigated, so I don't know if those were the claims he was making, but a lot of people my age kind of like seeing the dapping up after the games and everything. I'm kind of the old school. I agree. You just lost a heartbreaking 3-1 series lead. You lose on your home court, and you're out there smiling and
to your biggest rival.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're friends from Team USA. They grew up playing basketball, but I would want to be in the locker room not talking to anyone, and you're over there just talking to the guy who just beat you.
And I agree with Jaylen Brown because, I'll do a little Donald Trump here. The game was rigged. And even go back to the Magic game. Let's talk about the Magic game in Game 6 because, you know what? I was having a conniption watching that freaking game in Game 6, up by 24 at the friggin' half. And then they lose the game. They were shooting like they were playing horse out there from the three-point arc. And it was just a joke.
And that's why you can't – I'm not going to use the rigged word in any of that game. You had a 20-point lead. And Boston Rob, they scored 19 points in the second half. You're playing in an NBA game. I don't care if the refs are calling you for a foul every possession. You scored 19 points. That you're never going to win an NBA playoff game with that.
No, and that's why I even said it, and I told Winter, I don't know if you saw it, but after Game 6, I said, fire Mosley, fire Anthony Parker, who's the assistant GM, fire Jeff Weltman, who is the GM, and get a freaking leader on the court. Paolo had a great Game 7, but again, he had a good Game 7 against the Cavs back in 24. They lost. They have no one. We have no shooters. Bane was nowhere to be found. I was watching these videos on Twitter. He runs to the corner every time and just stands there like a dope. Do something out there. I mean, it was horrific, the Magic. And you know what? Hire Billy Donovan. Hire Tom Thibodeau. Hire somebody. Bring Billy back to freaking Florida. I'm so tired of the Magic. I mean, they are just horrendous. They have no shooting. They just walk around and mope all the time. And then Paolo finally has the cojones to stand up and say at the end of the game, hey, listen, we basically said we sucked, and we have a sucky team. Get some damn new players. Get a shooter.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm getting off track.
No, you're good.
Upset.
Boston Rob, we appreciate your call today. We got to move on a little bit, but the Magic already did make a change. They fired their coach, Mosley, this morning, so maybe do they go after a guy like Billy Donovan or Tom Thibodeau?
So I think the interesting part about that is Billy Donovan because, remember, he was OKC's head coach when they had